Hello, folks, and welcome to another episode of Trans Supporter. My name is Nicole Eldridge, and I am a transgender male to female. I am still going through the process. Today on the show, we are talking about name change process and what that entails. Now, first thing you obviously got to do when you are going about trying to change your name is you got to get the actual paperwork. Now, it's really simple. All you do is go onto Google and you type in name change paperwork for whatever state you're in. For instance, I did my name change paperwork for New York State. And what was cool about this is I found it was basically like playing a video game. Like it was a flash game, and I just answered questions, and then at the end of it, boom, the paperwork was already done for me, and it was great. After you get the paperwork all filled out, you're going to need to print it and go somewhere like a bank or some place that notary signs paperwork. When you go to the bank, you're going to need to get where it says notary signed. Also, it would be handy to get them to notary sign a separate piece of paper for you so that the court knows that this is officially you and this is what you're doing. Now, after you get this paperwork done, you get it notary signed, you go straight to the court. Now, this takes a couple of days. It takes 2 months to actually get filed with the state, or with the court, I should say. Now, when you go or when you fill out the paperwork, it's going to tell you a predetermined amount. What you can do to help with this is you can apply for what's called indigency, which means basically you apply as you're poor, and then you can get this amount greatly reduced. For instance, if you're in Florida, it costs $450 just to change your name. That's not $4.50. No, that's $450. Now that's a lot of money. I understand. That's why we apply for the indigency. Now, once you get the paperwork back, you're not going to have the right stamp on the paperwork. For instance, in my state of New York, they require that you publish your name in the paper. So what I did was I contacted the local paper. You know, you can contact probably a smaller paper if you're really scared about what you're doing. I just contacted the paper that I knew, the one, and so I contacted them. It cost $18. I got a receipt. I sent them my name change paperwork. They publish it in the paper. Great. Now what you got to do is take the receipt that you have plus the name change paperwork back to the court, and they will give you the official one with the stamp on it. It usually is colored. Mine was a couple different colors. Then once you get that done and you get that back and you get that in your hands, you can start doing the work. Now, some states, including Florida State, require that they have a separate Social Security card office, and you need that first. So you have to go to Social Security, bring your name change paperwork, your birth certificate, your current ID, and your current Social Security card. Now, what they're going to do is take that Social Security card, and they're going to answer some questions. You bring them all the paperwork. You're also going to want to bring them, which is very important, which I got from my doctor's office. You can also get from like a therapist if you're seeing one, the gender change paperwork. That's very important that you get that done. Mine cost me $25, but it was the greatest thing I ever did. So you take your license, the gender change paperwork, the name change paperwork, your photo ID, and your current Social Security card. Like I said, they're going to take this information and they're going to process it in, and they're going to they're going to mail you out a new Social Security card. Once you get the new Social Security card in the mail, you can now go to the DMV. Now, when you go to the DMV, you have to bring this exact paperwork with you. You have to bring some paperwork that says you are living where you're living, because you have to live within certain counties in order for the DMV to even process the name change paperwork. So you bring that, you bring your current photo ID, your new social security card, your birth certificate, your gender change paperwork. You bring all that with you, and you can finally get your name changed. Now, this is very expensive. It cost me basically $60 to get my new ID. In the state of Florida, they did it like that, though. They did it like super quick. I literally had it that day. Like right after they took the picture, I pretty much just waited a little bit, boom, and got my new ID, and I was able to go about my day and get everything else changed. Now, if you guys would like to know more about the name change process, I have a whole list of exactly what to do. And I also have the paperwork for New York State up on my website called transgendersupport.org. That's pretty much all you guys need to know. That's pretty much the process. You can also, if you would like, share some stories that you may have down in the comments below about, how hard it was to get your name changed or what the process was. Because some people have it differently, so some people have it easier, some people don't. It would just be cool to see. If you could please, down in the description, where there's this little box, you can follow me. Please subscribe to me. Give this video a like. And visit my website if you have any more information. It's transgendersupport.org. Thank you.